Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of the Wise Mindset Guy podcast. I'm your host, Nat Plastino, here to serve you a healthy dose of wisdom, perspective, and a dash of humor to keep things light. Because, hey, if you're going to talk about life's big choices, we might as well enjoy the ride. Now, let's talk about something huge today, something that defines every single human being, whether you're sitting in traffic, sipping a lukewarm coffee, walking your dog who refuses to do his business, or just trying to survive a family dinner without arguing about politics. It's this. In life, there are only really two directions we can take. One path is darkness and despair. The other is hope and light. That's it. Those are your choices. Now, of course, life isn't always so black and white. It's full of gray zones, messy emotions, but at the core, when we're faced with challenges, we either lean toward despair or we lean toward hope. So let's break it down. You've probably been there at some point. It's that heavy, sinking feeling that says, why bother? Everything is pointless. Life is just an endless cycle of Mondays. The path of despair whispers in your ear like a villain in a bad movie, saying, you can't do it. You'll fail. Don't even try. The tricky thing about despair is it feels comfortable. It's like wearing those old sweatpants that have so many holes in them. Not flattering, but hey, they fit. This despair convinces us to stay stuck because at least it's familiar. And once you start feeding despair, it grows like that one weed in your garden. You thought you pulled it out last summer. Suddenly, it's back, taller than ever, staring at you, saying, hey, it's me again. Now, let's flip the coin. Hope and light. That is the good stuff. This is where we choose to believe that no matter how hard life gets, something better is always possible. Hope is like a sunrise after the longest night. You don't know exactly how the day will turn out, but you feel that energy, that promise. Hope says, try again. Take that extra step. It's worth it. And here's the kicker. Hope is just as available as despair. Both are choices sitting at the table, waiting for us to pick up the menu. The difference, despair serves you cold leftovers and stale bread, while hope offers you a buffet of possibilities, optimism, and maybe even dessert. So why do so many of us choose despair? Because our brains love safety. If hope is like climbing a mountain for the view, despair is like staying in your cave with a blanket and watching Netflix. Comfortable, predictable, but you miss out on the adventure. The challenge is to recognize when you're drifting towards darkness. Are we replaying failures instead of learning from them? Are we convincing ourselves that this is just the way it is? If so, that's despair sneaking in through the back door. Now, here's the fun part. You don't have to make some giant world-changing decision to choose light. It's in the tiny, everyday actions. When you wake up, do you start your day doom scrolling on social media? Or do you take 2 minutes to breathe and be grateful for, the invention of coffee? When you fail at something, do you say, well, I'm terrible at this. Clearly I should retire and live as a hermit. Or do you laugh at yourself and try again? When you're faced with criticism, do you take it as proof you're worthless? Or do you see it as a free upgrade to version 2.0 of yourself? Every moment gives you a chance to lean into hope and light instead of darkness. And hey, let's not forget, choosing light doesn't mean being serious all the time. Light often comes in the form of humor. Sometimes the best way to fight despair is to laugh at how ridiculous life can be. Like when your phone autocorrects, I'll be there soon, to I am a cartoon. Suddenly your friend thinks you're showing up to dinner in a Halloween costume. You see? Perfect chance for laughter. So wrapping up, here's the big takeaway. Despair and hope are both waiting for you. One leads to shrinking, hiding, and living in the shadows. The other leads to growth, resilience, and the kind of life where even when things are tough, you still believe tomorrow can be better. The question is, which path are you going to take today? Thank you so much for tuning into the Wise Mindset Guy podcast. If today's episode sparked something in you, made you laugh, gave you hope, or at least made you double check your phone autocorrect, then do me a favor. Share this podcast with a friend, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a review. Because remember, together we get to choose light. Until next time, I'm Nat Plastino, reminding you to keep walking the brighter path.